What up, fellas? We back for another episode of the Sim Game Series, part 28, and today we'll be featuring the Seattle Seahawks. So they got a real good team, and let's just get into this depth chart. Quarterback, we got some speed, but TJ doesn't really have an arm on him. But as far as depth chart goes, I like to move Butler up and move more to the second spot, and I move Brock to the end to get a little more speed, and Maxwell to the fourth spot to get a little bit more speed. And we're going up against Undefeated IV. He's a sub slash channel holder, so this should shape up to be a good game. He's running with the Raiders. Seahawks, I mean, offensively, again, we got Sidney Rice and Mike Williams. Besides the Chargers, you don't get bigger than that. I mean, two dudes that can just go up and get the ball. They're not fast, but they can get it done and come down with their ball. They got good hands on them. And if you use Butler, and Tate and them, you got some nice speed for the slot spots. And you have the dual threat at halfback. Marshawn Lynch is going to be your power back. And then we have Leon Washington for speed. So good balance there offensively. Defensively, we've got a nice, great safety in Earl Thomas. He just makes plays. The linebacker core is pretty solid. And, they got decent speed on defense. So, they got a pretty solid team overall. A really good team. Definitely recommend checking them out. But, yeah, I mean, against the Raiders, again, they got a lot of speed, but those receivers are going to tend to drop passes when they get hit. So we're just going to try to stay close to them and prevent them from getting into that open field. And here we just missed the block, so couldn't get that screen off as many yards as we would have liked to, but nonetheless, it worked out for us. And over here, we get a favorable matchup. We get Butler on the safety one-on-one, and we get into the goal line. We're on the 1 yard line, but, T-Jack, he's a athletic quarterback, so we're going to try to make a play, get that quarterback sneak, pick up that yard. He doesn't have a great arm, but he will take off on you real quick.
Oh yeah.
So that's always good, and we're playing some tough defense right now. Undefeated, I think he's offering lessons as well, so definitely holler at him about that, and definitely check out his channel. He's got some good tips and stuff up, so definitely always good to have a variety of sources to check out for your gaming needs. And here we got Clemens, the stud DN in the purple, getting it done, taking it back to the crib. He's a monster on the line, 80 speed, 90 overall, something like that. And he just made a great play there. So, definitely want to have him doing a variety of things using his talents. And here, he's making some nice plays. Runs a lot of hurry up, but, it's pretty expected. But again, like I said before, when you're playing an opponent who runs a lot of hurry up, all we have to do is mix it up. And he had Pryor in for the first few possessions, but Pryor, I think he went 1 for 6 with the interception. So, if you make him beat you with his arm, then you'll probably force them to put in Palmer or Campbell. And he goes with the choice of Campbell, who has a solid day with his arm. So, no complaints there, but we got a 10-point lead. We're about to go into half almost, so we just got to try to sneak out some more points here. So, against the Raiders, they got quick score ability, so you want to build as big a lead as possible and also manage the clock effectively. Unfortunately, there weren't able to get the first down, but we got him here. It's 20 seconds. We just got to keep him out of Janikowski's range, and he only needs about 15 yards, so really we just got to try to keep him in bounds, make sure he uses that timeout. And what better way than this? So that sends us to half right there, and his run D just steps up right here. I mean, nice defensive play there, and Cameron Wembley made a play by himself right there. So that block holds up, we get a legit run, and maybe we'll try to go back to that later, and hopefully that run will hold. And there you see T-Jack being T-Jack. We call him Jump Pass. I'm from Minnesota, so I can tell you all about T-Jack. He tends to jump every time he throws the ball. It's just pretty funny to me. I don't know why the guy thinks he's a quarterback or whatever, but here we're just making the swats. He has a lot of routes. He runs a lot of slants, so we're trying to prevent him from hitting that outside edge right there, and we getting the hands on him as soon as he catches it, and we get the drop.
Oh, that's
Follow
some
that with a nice
bullshit.
sack. So the defense is playing great right now. I mean, we're slowing them down, and we bringing the speed back. Leon Washington, we get a
Are
great
you
block
still in here?
downfield by Sidney Rice, I believe, and that's the other good thing about the big wide receivers. They're typically good blockers, and they're big bodies, so they're gonna draw a lot of contact. I just made a bad play call here. We should have just made sure we had our
Dang.
guys deep, but bad safety play there by me, and a good play
Hey,
by
good
him.
game. I'm about to
And
get to a different
a lot of
party.
people run the
I might be back.
snugs. There's a variety of ways you can run it. And here we just motion out the halfback on the wheel. A lot of people like running that play like that. Can create a nice little matchup on the outside or mismatch, however you want to see it. And we're just picking up small yards. I mean, small ball is the game. When you're going against the Raiders, I mean, you can strike quickly, but your best bet is really just to march up the field, because they've pretty much got 90 speed everywhere in the secondary. And if you do your depth chart right, you're also going to notice that they got some decently fast linebackers now with Curry and, you know, Groves. So you got to just just march up the field. And there, T-Jack, he made a bad pass for us, but, that's expected. It's T-Jack. You got to know your team. And T-Jack ain't going to be the guy to beat you with his arm. I can tell you that much. We should have used his running a little bit more, but, it's part of life. But I don't know. As far as just general tips goes for this game, I would have to say stopping the run to the outside. If you put your guys on contains, that helps. Also, if you re-blitz your DNs, that can help. Or if you put them in contains, they'll just play the outside more. It's not going to just stop the outside run, but it will help. And it'll kind of keep the running back contained more so. And here we just get a big hit on that fullback. Reese drops it, and who other than Earl Thomas to pick it up? And you're not catching him, folks. He's out of there. So that's a big turning point there. He could have possibly went down only a field goal, and now we're up 17. And so he gets a nice face throw right there. Bad user by me. Should have went for the swat. But again, I mean, stopping the outside run is huge, especially against a team like the Raiders, because that's a favorite thing for people to do, especially the strong close. Uh, as you can see, we see some more strong close here. The string of runs they like to do is the toss, the counter, and the dive. And if you can stop that, you're going to pretty much be able to stop 20% of the people offenses online just already from that, because it's a very popular and well-known slash used concept and scheme, or whatever you want to call it. There's nobody this year, I would say less than any years, there's schemes from people, because what works in this game is basically the general routes. So when somebody says, that's my strong close scheme, it's kind of like, you know what, man, everyone and their grandma's running strong close. Everyone and their grandma's running, compressed sets, especially the snugs, especially from last year, since they were such popular formations. They were bound to make a comeback this year, and they came back. They're pretty good formation. So if you're struggling on offense, definitely check them out. I mean, I wouldn't see a reason not to. Nice, spectacular catch right there. I didn't even know Jacoby Ford had that in him. Did you? Because I definitely didn't. That was a nice spec catch. But yeah, I mean, when in doubt, go with what works. Until you learn what you want to do offensively, try something that works. And stuff works out for you. Right there is a motion hike I figured out a while ago. It's pretty easy to stop, again, which is why I didn't post it. But Ask Madden did post it up. But again, just to stop that, all you have to do is be in a zone or have your lineman on a contain or a purple, and that'll shut that down real quick. Usually be an interception. But good game undefeated. His link is in the description, and peace.